brothers, y'all ready?
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Black Man Lab AfterFlow. We just had a powerful session dealing with fitness, wealth, health, all of that, right?
All of that.
All of it.
Yes, sir.
So we got you brothers here. We want to start out the youngest in charge, man. Here you are, senior, Westlake High School. Say your name, tell the folks about yourself and how you got to the Black Man Lab and what you experienced.
Okay, well, first and foremost, my name is Larry Newman. I'm a senior at the Westlake High School. Go Lions. And I would just like to say...
Rep in.
Yes, sir, of course. My friend, one of my best friends, Vince, actually like a brother to me. He's been trying to get me to come for about a month and a half or two, and I've been just busy with work and school and other things. So now that I have a car, it finally frees me up mobility to do anything that I want now and everything I need to do. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna make it a priority to come here today, and this is where I needed to be, this is where I wanted to be. And just the conversation was good, the overall topic about mental health and wellness and the fact that African American men have a safe space to come and to call their home, to be with other African American men and make the great relationships connection they need to.
Did you feel it?
Yes, sir, I did.
You coming back?
Of course.
I did. You gonna bring somebody?
Right. And a lot of times, too, as African Americans, I looked this up. The suicide rate is actually higher with African American males. You actually won't think that, but it's true because African American males are just people in the hood. You're taught, hey man, you're not supposed to, talk about your problems. You're supposed to keep them in. That's the manly thing to do. But actually, if you keep it in, like the gentleman spoke earlier, said pressure it bursts pipes.
Yes, sir.
So that pipe will eventually burst, and it's be an unfortunate scene.
Yeah. So you felt like this is a safe space.
Of course.
There it is. There it is. That's what we're trying to build, brother. Welcome. We appreciate you coming over here. We got another first timer. You're not in high school though.
Man, some days of the week I feel like it.
But you are in a classroom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell the folks about what you do and what your impression. You've been engaged in different work around connecting with our brothers and sisters. Talk a little bit about what you do and how this fit with all of that, right?
And he don't even know me like that, and he's calling me out. This is Dr. LaDre Weathersby. I'm actually an educator by trade. I've been an educator for 9 years. I taught for 7 years and took a 7-year break. And after going back into the classroom, I realized that we are missing the boat because we're so busy trying to get kids to learn the basics when the basics don't even matter anymore.
Ooh.
Our ceiling has become their floor.
Okay. Kick it.
And we're in trouble because I had a customer who said her 4-year-old is learning coding in preschool. And if he's learning coding in preschool, then that means our boys are 10, 15, sometimes 20 years behind.
Yes, sir.
So we've got to do some things to make it happen. And to see the brothers come together in a place where there is no shame, where there is no filter, there is no caution sign, and the brothers can open up and let it out, that's the whole reason we're here.
Teach.
And that's how I started coaching about 7 years ago, because we need that space.
So you coming back?
I will. I have a business meeting on Mondays, but I commit to one Monday a month.
There it is.
And to push it in my my men's forum called Helping Every Man Succeed Institute. So I'll push it as well.
We appreciate that. Part of it is just growing it and letting folks know that there is a safe space, a sacred space for Black men on planet Earth, right? Because I just feel like sometimes we ain't safe nowhere.
Right, that's
you
right.
did, it's like they get us every which way. So, Baba Wakesa, I got to come to you, one of our Let Us Make Man founders and a pillar in this movement around manhood, womanhood, and being authentic.
Absolutely, brother.
And so, you started us off tonight. And one of the things that we talked about as a part of our mission is that this space is created to create warriors, healers, and builders, and that's directly drawn because the young brothers heard you, and it spoke to them, and they were like, hey, man, we need to do something about that warriors, healers, builders. They mixed it up. Somebody said protectors. We like, well, it's almost.
Level 1.
Yeah. So speak to that and how you feel that connection with Black Man Lab and the work that you've committed your life to.
Absolutely. First, I'm Wakesa Olatunji Mazimoyo, called Baba Wakesa. So glad to be here, and I'm co-director of Aya Education Institute, along with my wife, Afia. And being here in this safe place, in this powerful place, in this sacred place for brothers, is just absolutely tremendous. It's required. It's needed. As you said, we don't have safe places where we can, without caution signs, where we can be authentic with each other, where we're not just dropping names to get ahead. As my dad used to say, there's no big I's and little U's. Here, we just brothers coming together, sharing and doing our things. And it's so needed for us to be able to do that. For us to see each other, 84-year-old brother, doing, bench pressing, 185.
85 years old.
85-year-old
That's
brother,
right.
bench pressing, 100. Oh man,
10 reps, not just one.
10 reps. So to be able to see the kind of models. I think we started tonight with 5-year-old, 9-year-old, from 5 and 9 to 84, 85 years old. So it's just powerful, and it's a powerful place to be here. And so the work we started off with Warriors, Healers, and Builders. So I'm so glad that last week when I was here, a week before last, the brothers heard it and it spoke to them.
Man.
Right? And it's been years in the making to be able to come up with a paradigm that will help us be what we need to be. And Warriors, Healers, and Builders is that. It's not a title, it's a destination, it's a goal, okay? That we become warriors in our community. And many times we use that metaphorically. We're talking specifically about being able to challenge people, policies, and practices that oppress us and aggress upon us. And when I'm in that, that's when I'm in my warrior mode.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm jumping on another brother, okay, just cause he stepped on my shoes, that ain't a warrior mode, okay?
Yeah.
Warrior mode is when we're challenging the people, the policies, and practices that aggress on us and oppress us. Now, but that ain't enough.
Let me ask this.
Okay, come on.
The Warriors,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You brothers, you're in high school.
Yes, sir.
Do you see that warrior turned inward, like at us?
Definitely, I definitely do, and it's actually gotten so bad to the point where, as African Americans, we will hate on each other rather than look or face the real problems. Let's just say you and I are friends, and you get a new car, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at such and such, his new car is so nice," and I'm like, "Oh well, he sells drugs, he doesn't deserve that car." That's me hating on another man, for what he has, rather than just saying, "Hey man, I like your car, it looks nice, man, be safe,"
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it is critical. That's what we do. That's where the healing part has to be.
Right.
And we're clear that when we're warriors, we're challenging the people, policies, and practices of those who oppress us. All right. When I'm confronting another brother, when I need to, I confront the brother or myself as a healer. Okay. Not as a warrior. Now, many times, we actually are afraid to challenge the people and the policies and the practices that oppress us. So then I jam on my brother
It's
and
easy.
claim I'm a warrior now, right?
Yeah.
All right. We our worst enemy is the thing that I wish we stop
Stop
saying.
saying. Come on,
period.
man.
Talking about we our worst enemy. Are you kidding me? Like, okay, if I'm being manipulated, all right, and I'm doing negative things in my family, my community, because I'm being manipulated, am I the worst enemy? Am I worse than the manipulator?
Right.
Okay. Even you can take me out, but the manipulator replace me. I'm sorry. We are not our worst enemies. Even when we hurt each other, and we need to stop that, but we are never our worst enemies. And this is the critical kind of work. This is why warrior is one part. Healer is another part, because that's an evidence of a wound of oppression that's been passed on down and down and down, that we in fact attack each other and we don't trust each other. Yes,
Got to
sir.
jump you to
come on.
builders. I'm going to jump you to builders, and I'm going to bring it to you on the building work that you do as it relates to financial building. But I know that the building that you're referring to is not just in the financial space. So just broaden that, right?
Okay, so the building is critical. That is, whether we're talking about organizations, institutions, families, schools, ability to defend ourselves, to take care of ourselves, it's important that we learn to build together. Now, the key element of that, okay, is rebuilding trust where distrust has been induced. If we're going to have a family that's solid, we got to have trust in that family.
Man.
If we have an organization that's solid, okay, where somebody can't come in and say, "Man, did you know what? You know how you got this stuff? You know what he's trying to do?" No, we literally know how to knit trust with each other, as opposed to we just happen to be together because we have a vision and we have numbers, and because we have numbers and a vision, that's going to be enough. That's not enough when we got to know how to build trust among us, and that takes skill.
Yes, sir. Your building work. Talk about it.
So I approached building from with the foundation of financial mastery, because if our resources aren't together, everything else is jacked up anyway.
Right.
But just because the resources come together, we still have to build everything else. And so sometimes the financial mastery problem causes the relational problems.
Oh, man.
It calls
Come on.
cause the
Mama
imbalance
want
with
a new pair of
spirituality.
shoes.
Man, it is a well-known fact through the study of psychology that because we are oppressed, because we have the wounds of oppression that have been passed down and replicated and duplicated amongst ourselves, that the capitalist world we live in will use it against us. And so they say, well, hey, I know you don't have enough money to do everything you want to do, but buy this Fendi bag, buy this Versace bag,
It'll make you feel better.
it makes
yeah.
you feel
Oh, yeah.
good because nobody else has it, but at the same time, you just spent $800 that could go towards retirement or could get you out of debt.
Right.
Or could feed your family real food instead of the mechanical stuff that's a part of the standard American diet.
All right, y'all. We got 2 minutes, and we're going to do it like this. We talk about habits, rituals, and disciplines in the Black Man Lab because we know that is who we really are, and it's not like a one event or one thing that happens. So if you wouldn't mind sharing, as a young brother, what's a habit, ritual, or discipline that you practice that is positive in your life?
So every morning when I get to school, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Before I do anything, I feed the dog. Then after that, I do my morning calisthenics. So about 50 push-ups and about 30 pull-ups. Then
All right.
I jog around, my little neighborhood for about 10 to 20 minutes.
All right.
Because I'm a track and field athlete, so just
That's
standing
right.
condition.
That's right. That's right. You track and field.
Yes, sir.
Brother's going to go to FAMU.
All right.
He talked about some other university, but he's going to FAMU.
Talking about
Bobo Kessa, what do you do every day?
Every day, every morning, I start off with my ancestors. I start off by checking in. They wake me up in the morning, all right, and I deal with them even before I'm fully awake. It's really important to me to check in, with my ancestors and get the direction of what I'm going to be doing that day and what I need to do and tuning into the messages. And then regularly, I'm doing stuff, particularly swimming, all right, and calisthenics. I got to keep my body strong. My goal is 105.
105.
My great-grandfather did not go to the hospital until he was 99 years old.
There it is.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? And when he did, it was just, he said, I can't pee straight, all right? So I told him that I want my biggest complaint at 99, not to be a large heart, not to be whatever, but
I
that I
just
can't
can't
pee
pee
straight.
straight.
I think if I make 99, I'll pee where I want to be.
All right. Habit, ritual, real quick. What you got?
The conversation with brothers is always priceless. But one of my rituals daily is I'm learning and I'm getting so much better at writing everything down. We get so busy and caught up throughout the day. I have an alarm that goes off every so often to remind me, check the list.
Okay.
And if you're checking the list, you can't go off track.
All right. Wait, listen, man. Y'all just heard it. These brothers, this is the Black Man Lab AfterFlow. These
Black
brothers
Man
just
Lab.
tried to bring it what we just experienced in the Black Man Lab live. So y'all got to get here every Monday, 6:30 at the Andrew Walter Young YMCA. Appreciate you, brothers. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
Black Man Lab.
Black Man Lab.
Black Man Lab.